Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Dr. Stone, The Stone Wars, episode 7. And last episode, prison escape. Chrome used his size to escape from prison and they introduced another character called Yo, who used to be a police officer, right? And yeah, I was so worried about Chrome last episode, but everything went well and he's with the others, so yay. And now, before we get into this episode, if you guys have my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting my Patreon at patreon.com/KillyMini. And now let's start this episode. And here we go. Okay, guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comments in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review. Uh-huh. What secret mission? Did I miss something? Just imagine, look! Oh yeah, okay. Why isn't Chrome saying anything about the traps? Because they're not going there anymore. I feel like that's important information. I don't know. Who's that on the ground? And what's the other mission that Isori has supposed to be working on? Secret mission, okay. uh, uh-oh, uh-oh. You're too cute. Oh, so that the others don't hear. But what's it after though? See? Didn't I say that? She look. But she does something else with the rest of her time. She's putting the people back together. I might be wrong. Okay. So I was right. We can bring them back to life. Wow. I could not love this show more, man. Like I could not love it more. Uh huh. He's just afraid of him. Thank you. Thank you. Face to face, face to face, face to face. Are you sorry? I am so worried. I am so worried. Okay, they started this episode with uh, Tenko told the others that Yuzuriha was on this secret mission. I'm like, well, what does that entail? And what she does is, okay, it seems like every day she goes somewhere, say she's about to sew some clothes or something or other, but she barely spends any time in the cave sewing the clothes. The rest of the time she goes to another cave someplace where she puts the people that Sukasa destroyed, like the stones that Sukasa destroyed, to try to pull those people back together, because Senko said that as long as something doesn't happen for those people, then they can be revived or something or other. So she's trying to put the pieces back together. And Ukyo saw that. And I said last episode, when someone threw the battery to Chrome, and I'm like, okay, it's either Taiju, it could be Taiju, it could be Yuzuriha, it could be Ukyo. And I also mentioned somebody, Nikki. Yeah, it was between those four, and it was Ukyo that did it, because he doesn't want to see anybody die. Like, he doesn't. And if I'm pretty sure if he didn't like help Chrome escape, and Senko came in with the tank and they fell into the trap, some people are gonna die. And he's not okay with what Tsukasa does, but he is, like I said, he's a coward. In the aspect that he's not strong enough to stand up against them, you know. So when he saw people going and listening to Gen faking being Lillian, and they were getting people on their side using that method, but then Ukyo heard it and he's like, okay, now I want to hear it too. And they were like, okay, this is Gen versus Ukyo. And Ukyo, was it Ukyo that's, well, they were speaking to each other, and then Ukyo's like, your voice doesn't have the vibration of someone that just sang, because that's what they do. They play the recording, and then Gen speaks, telling them that the US has, is back to normal, and now they're sending people on their way to help Japan and everything. And if you had just finished singing this amazing song, then your voice would be different. The vibrations in your voice would be different if you try to speak right after that. And Ukyo didn't detect any of that, so he knew it was Gen. And then he started speaking with Senko, and he's like, he wants to know what kind of people they are. And so that's when Senko asked him if he was the one that helped. Excuse me, Chrome, and he's like, yeah, I'm the one that helped him, but I'm not really on your side either. And Senku's like, yeah, I know you're not on our side, or you wouldn't have captured Chrome in the first place. And that's when Ukyo's like, okay, I want to know what kind of person you are, and he promised. After having seen what Yuzuri has been doing, he knows that Senku's trying to save everybody. So like he just wanted Senku to promise that nobody was gonna die. He's not gonna kill anybody, and that was his goal ever since the beginning. Like he wanted a bloodless war, which I still don't think is gonna happen. That's why I'm worried, man. That when Tsukasa discovered telephone, the cell phone, like when he discovered it, I'm like, I feel like if he didn't know that the cell phone was there, things may turn out differently. It may become a bloodless war, but now that he knows, with him and he's being intelligent and stuff, I don't know. This not. And Senku's goal is to reclaim the cave where the acid is falling. The nitric acid is falling, because that's what they're gonna use to revive people and all that. And if they're able to reclaim it, Tsukasa's not gonna be able to revive any other people anymore, and they are gonna use the thing to make gunpowder. So it's like it's this big thing that they need to do. And now they brought the tank there, and then everybody is there. Oh, thank you. Why did Senku gotta skip? Like, when he tried to embrace him, he's like, psh, why would you do that, man? You haven't seen each other like a year. Like, let him hug you before you go into battle. So yeah, now they're about to attack. And Yo faked his death. Because he didn't want to face Tsukasa, knowing that he's the one basically that led Chrome escape. And there's something also that that's the thing too. When Ukyo was talking to Senku, and he told him that Hyoga said that it was because of Senku's machinations that his men died. And then Ukyo was like, no, it wasn't Senku's fault, it was Hyoga's fault. That's why I'm trying to remember exactly how that scene went. And then when he said that, right, and then they showed Hyoga at the gravesite, and then when Tsukasa came in and he started like spelling out all these names, and then he asked like, who are those people? And that those are the people that died from the poison gas. And I'm trying to remember if I remember correctly, wasn't it like Hyoga was there and Homura was there too, and then there were these other people that I'm assuming whose names Tsukasa was spelling out, and then there was this gas that was down there, and then Hyoga and Homura, like they were on the trees, right? Why? I don't remember the way that scene went. Like, I really don't. So why is Ukyo saying that it was Hyoga's fault that they died? And then when he was spelling out the names, Hyoga clearly didn't know who those guys were. So to him, they were just like pawns. He didn't care about knowing their names. But Tsukasa does know their names. And then he's there putting this one piece of supposedly the dead Ukyo there to join the others in the afterlife or something or other. And then they showed this Hyoga's eyes in that moment. I don't know. I feel like just based on this, if you were to quantify who's more evil between these two, I would say, or who doesn't care about human life between these two, I would say it will be Hyoga will be the one that doesn't really care about human life. Just because Tsukasa cared enough to know the names of the people that died, Hyoga didn't. And then Ukyo was like, he's the reason why those people died. So I don't know. Is Hyuga gonna turn out to be, I don't know, the head of the Tsukasa Empire? Is he gonna betray Tsukasa somewhere down the line and take over? That won't surprise me. You still look cool though, but yeah, nah, that's not good. See, his eyes looked evil. His eyes looked evil when Tsukasa said that those are the men that died in a war or whatever. His eyes looked evil. I feel like he's more evil than Tsukasa. Okay. Yeah, he's more evil. Thank you guys for watching. And if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you want to see the next episode right now, you can do so by checking out my Patreon. Follow me. And you can also see the full length for this reaction there as well. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.